make me think that Christianity is not the true teaching. I mean, believing Jesus is God is wrong is when these two debate, when this Ahmadiyya and Anisarus. Because Ahmadiyya prove from the Bible that this Jesus Christ is a prophet. He is not God. And it's a simple question be given throwing to this Anisarus and this Stanley Shabab. He just got to show one words from Jesus Christ, claim that he is God or worship him. That they can't give. If he's God, they definitely be able to give the quotation from the Bible. I do both. I check the authenticity of the Bible. I go back, I start, because in the church I do Bible study before. So when this thing happened, I start to do more study to find out about the Bible and the Quran. I go back to the history. I start to do research about the history. Then I realized that the Bible that the Christian have today, actually it's not come from they don't have the original Bible to refer to. Meaning that the original manuscript of the Bible is perished. I realized that there are many versions from the Bible. The first thing that I check actually is that the belief in one God. The first thing that I check, even in Christianity, the concept of God, that is the first thing that I check. Before I go, besides the history, I check the concept of God. As mentioned in the Holy Quran, in Surah Al-Ikhlas, Surah 112, verse 1 to 4. That is the ayat that convinced me. That is my concept of God. That's what I believe in. That's what I believe in. I do still go back to the church and visit our Christian friends, my Christian friends, and I spoke to many of them about Islam. Unfortunately, the pastor is reluctant to meet me. In fact, tried to make appointment with him many times, but unfortunately, every time he say he's busy. So I managed to spoke to many of the church members, many of the senior members about try to share the knowledge that I know about comparative about between Islam and Christianity, the truth in Islam. So I try to look for them and want to reason with them, want to show them what I see, what I understand about Islam as compared to Christianity. First, I have clear understanding about the concept of God, that what I believe in. First, then slowly I start to do research about the life of the Prophet Muhammad, may peace be upon him, and I read many books which is written by non-Muslim about Prophet Muhammad, about his life, as well as about Holy Quran. And most of the time when I read those books, and it gives the negative, say most of the things that they say is negative about Islam. So what I do is that I do both study, meaning that for the non-Muslim books as well as the Muslim books. I read some books that went to show, about this, about Quran and Hadith, and it gives all the solution, all the answer. It solves all the doubt that I have. It can provide the answer to me, and that answer, it really suits me. It really, I feel that it's just very good. Allah, Allah, Allahu Akbar. Allah, Allah, Allahu Akbar. When I start to feel that Islam is a true religion and it's a way of life, I go back to the person who showed me the Ahmadiyya tape, and I told him that I've made up my mind, and now I would like to embrace Islam. So what he said to me is that you just got to go home and think for 10 times. Say Islam is not you can't play a fool with Islam. You can't embrace Islam today, and then you go out from Islam tomorrow. So you better think carefully. So I go back and think. I go back to him 2 to 3 months later, and tell him again that I would like to embrace Islam. Can you show me? And he said again, Islam is not like you're not like changing clothes. You cannot come, cannot wear this clothes and then you change to another clothes. So asked me to go back and think again. And the third time I came to him, I said, I'm ready now. I would like to embrace Islam. Can you show me how can I embrace Islam? And he said, Islam is not like, going to a car and come out from the car. So after the third time, I feel that I can't ask him to help me anymore. The Muslim is not helping me. So what I do is that the one who helped me is that the telephone, 103. In Malaysia, you just dial 103 if you want to know about which organization, like for example, if you want to know about Islam organization, you just dial 103 and ask the operator, and he will give you the contact number. So from that contact number, I just call the officer in charge and just talk to them through phone first, and I make an arrangement and I go by myself to embrace Islam. I don't tell them straight away when I embrace Islam. In fact, it took me 2 years to let them know I'm a Muslim. I embrace Islam. I realized that it's so difficult for them to accept Islam because Christianity, later part of my life they'll be able to accept. But Islam, I believe that it's very hard for them to accept. So what I do is that I understand the weakness among my brothers and sisters or my parents. For them, if your career is good, if you're a good person, then what you do is correct. So what I do is that I start to show example. I start to show example at home. Take care of my parents, take care of my brothers and sisters, take care of everything at home, and show very good example at home. So from then, when I tell them about Islam, I don't tell directly. I use indirectly way of telling them about I embrace Islam. So what I do, I tell my neighbors, I tell my family friends. So let them tell my parents, tell my brothers and sisters through somebody else. So from then, and when they heard from someone else, they also cannot confirm because you know why? They don't see me show anything about Islam at home. So what I do is that I still read Bible at home so that they don't think that I'm a Muslim. I watch comparative videotape between Ahmadidat, this and Jamal Badawi, Gary Miller, things like that. So they don't think, they still don't believe that I embrace Islam. But after 2 years, after that they have seen that many good work that I've done at home, take care of people, and they see that I've changed so much from since when I was a Christianity, I hardly at home, I spend most of my time in the church. Now, after embracing Islam, I take care of parents very well, and I cook for them, and I provide them, all the needs that, the necessary things that they need at home for family. And my family people, they know me embraces Islam, not for myself.